think and break me.
Hey guys, I'm Emma. Welcome back if you've been here before, and if you are brand new, then thank you so much for joining us. I hope that you would like to stick around, join us in all of our adventures. You can do that by hitting the little subscribe button, it's just down there. If you do hit the subscribe button, then make sure to turn on your notification bell and you'll be notified every single time that we post. With that being said, let's move straight on into the video. So today is something a little bit different. So we're marking the end of Emma Week with kind of like a birthday resolution list. So I do this every year, but this will be the first year I've documented it. So basically what I'm doing is setting out, not goals necessarily, but things that I would like to achieve in this birthday year, so before I hit another birthday. So I've written a list of things that I would like to achieve. Some of them are very achievable, some of them are not so achievable, but that's part of the fun, I think, like to make you work hard for something. So let's just get straight into it. So the first thing I put on my bucket list, and this is something that I put on my bucket list probably nearly every year, is I like to do new things. So I've put on there to visit one new place or try one new activity each and every month. So be that just somewhere with our National Trust, because we have said before, we both have National Trust memberships, or like something completely new, like a weird activity that we've never tried before, or something that's not so weird that we just haven't tried before. I want to try and do something like that, 'cause it really pushes me and John as well to try and do something different that we wouldn't have thought of before. So that is the first thing on my bucket list. The second thing, which is also quite achievable, is axe throwing. So it's not a very Emma thing to do. It's not something I would normally pick, but for some reason this activity, we've actually seen it on Groupon, so it's not too unreasonably priced, but it's something that has caught my attention, and I thought maybe I would like to do that. I think in like the case of, I don't know, a zombie apocalypse or some situation like that, it would be nice to have this skill. So I think maybe we'll go and try, well, it's on the bucket list, so at some point this year we'll have to go and try that. I'd also like to, so the third thing on my bucket list, so I've mentioned before that I'm originally from Manchester and I moved down to Wiltshire when I was 18. So the majority of my family still live up in Manchester, and I don't get the chance to see them as often as I would like to. I've got cousins that I'm really close with. I'm really close with my aunties and uncles, and obviously my nana is up there too. So this year I really want to make an effort to at least go and visit them a couple of times. It's harder for them to get down to us than it is for us to get up to them, so I want to try and do that. And I always have such a good time when I go up there, and I've obviously got friends from school up there. My cousin was in my same year at school, so we have a lot of mutual friends that she's still friends with, so when I go up there, you know, we get to all hang out, which is really nice, and they all really love John as well, so that's really nice. So the next thing on my list, so are we on number 4? I think we're on number 4. Emma needs to practice to count, that should be on the list. So I think number 4 is something that, I mean, it's not unattainable, and we do hope to have this done in a year, so it's kind of cheating putting it on the list. But we've mentioned before that we are saving to buy a house. We're hoping to get that done in the early part of next year, which would be before my birthday. So hopefully we can tick that one off the bucket list. We're hoping within this house, which is not so attainable, but it's my bucket list, so I'm gonna put whatever I want on there. But I also would like to have some kind of, maybe not a studio as such or an office as such, but at the moment we film in well, in our living room. We've got quite a nice space for filming, don't get me wrong, but we have to set up and then take everything down and then set it back up and take everything down. So I really would like an area in the new house that we can leave up, not cameras and things because they should go away, but like that the tripod doesn't need to come down and that the lights can stay up, and things like that, and something we can do something nice with our backdrop, because this is just our living room, we don't want to have anything too fancy behind us, but also I know that it's not the most exciting thing for you guys to watch in a video as well, so hopefully soon we'll have something more fun back there. But yeah, that's the next thing. I know, I just can't wait for that to happen. So the next goal is a YouTubey goal. So I've written down get creative, and what I mean by that is like with our video style and with our editing. So obviously our channel is Disney based, but we do like to explore other parts of the YouTube world and our world as well. So I think there's so many things we could do with the channel, and there's so many things we could do full stop, that I think it's going to be a lot more fun to try and explore just what we can do basically. So I wanted to see what we could do with that, and also editing. I would like to see where we can reach with our editing. Like, neither of us had edited a video before YouTube obviously, so everything that we do is self-taught, and I just think with a little bit of guidance we could, you know, do so much more. So I'd like to learn to do that. So the next one is also a really simple one. I would like to read more books. I thought I read quite a lot actually. I thought, oh, I'm always reading, and then and I did like dabble in the booktube world before we started doing our YouTube channel. Those were the channels that I liked to watch to get like ideas on what books I should read next and things like that. And then I watched I Read Past My Bedtime, which is Nikki over there. Hey Nikki. And she, honest to God, I don't know how she does it. She reads so many books in a month. So I'm never gonna be on Nikki's level, but I would like to get through maybe three books a month. So that would be great. And then I was thinking maybe, I don't know if you guys are interested, but I would like to start maybe reviewing some of the books that I've read. So I don't know if that would be something you'll be interested on this channel, or if maybe I should branch out and do an entirely different channel for booktube. I don't know, we'll see, but maybe that's somewhere we can look at in the future. But that one isn't a year goal, that's just a thought. Next up is to meet some YouTube friends. We do have some things in the pipeline and we are so excited. But yeah, so I'm not going to say too much about that one, but I definitely want to do that. I would really love to take a photography course or a social media course, anything that can help me up my game in some aspects of my life. I'm really interested in. I really love learning, so that one, obviously there's always some kind of learny kind of goal on my bucket list, but I think a social media course would really obviously help with like Instagram and YouTube, and we are rubbish at Twitter, so, but we do have all of those things, so all of our information is down in the description box. But we're getting there and we're learning. I think maybe everything would all click into place if I had somebody to teach me. But then also photography is something that I've been really interested in since I was younger, so I think maybe that is somewhere to go as well. I wanted to start looking, so this is the next, this one isn't even really actually a bucket list item, but it's just something I want to do more. So I wanted to look more at small shops when I'm thinking about buying Disney items, or not just Disney items, any items. But I think small shops sometimes, especially recently, are way more creative than, you know, the big stores. Like if you think about Disney Is, for example, Disney you had your black ones, you had your gold ones, you had some sparkly pink ones maybe, and then Etsy started coming out with, or the creators on Etsy started coming out with all of these different ear styles, and then Disney took note and now they're doing it too, but they will never be able to create as many different styles as the creators on Etsy can, because they're doing it daily, whereas Disney have other things to focus on. So I think small shops for me might be the way to go, and I definitely want to start checking out some good ones. So if you guys know of any good Etsy or small shop stores for me to check out, then please leave a link to the stores down below and I will have a look at those, and thank you. So next up is I'd like to go to an outdoor cinema. There are a couple of those coming up in the next few weeks, I think. So I'd really like to do that. It's just whether John can get the time off Fire Brigade to go and do it. So, but hopefully we can get one of those done. Hopefully this year rather than waiting all the way until after January. Next up, I put see a show or something. So I was thinking like a musical, they're my favourite kind of shows to see. But also I think we watched Darren Brown once in the Bristol Hippodrome, and he was amazing. I know the Lion King is on at the Bristol Hippodrome at the moment, but I think most of the tickets for that are sold out. But yeah, so something like that within the next year would be really good. I would really, really love to see a show, so hopefully we can get that one ticked off as well. So the next two are pretty big things. These are the ones that were most unobtainable, so these are really, really big dreams. But I do think if you don't write it down, then, or if you don't say it or write it down and you just think, oh no, that's too big, I can't get it, well then you're never gonna get it because you don't dream for it or reach for it. So the next two I've put down purely on the basis that at some point I'm gonna get them. It might not be this year, but I really hope it is. So I would love to be, by this time next year, and actually maybe this one isn't as unobtainable, but we'd really like to have booked another Disney World trip. I'm sure John will agree with me on that one. We do have a lot of things coming up, which has meant that we can't book our Disney World trip just yet, but and obviously saving for the house, but by next year hopefully we'll have at least booked it, so that would be really good. We're hoping to make it back for 2020 or 2021, we're not so sure yet. And the final thing, this is a thing that I would like, so it's not even like a to-do thing, it's a to-buy thing, but I would really like a new car. I currently drive around a 2001 Ford Focus, and I love him. He's called Cliff, but he is older than my little brother, which is scary, and there is a spider living in the wing mirror, so I think it's time for him to move on. I think I need a new car. I really like, I don't want you to say that it's not a good car, because a few people I've spoken to have said it's not a good car. And I do want to point out that I might change my mind before I buy this car, so you don't need to tell me it's not good. But I really like the Jeep Renegade. I think it's really cute, kind of ugly. That's the kind of cars that I like, so that is what I'm aiming for. I'll put a picture of it in case nobody knows what it looks like, but that's kind of what I would like. So yeah, that's what we do every year, so that's how I thought we would wrap up this video. I just want to say a quick thank you to everybody that wished me a happy birthday. I had a really lovely birthday week, and I would have a birthday month if I could. So thank you very much for all the birthday messages, and down below in the comments, on the top of all of the things I've asked you to put down below in the comments, let me know what would be on your bucket list, or if this is something that you do for your birthday rather than for New Year, because like New Year we kind of pick one resolution, but for my birthday I pick a whole chunk of goals and then kind of filter them out throughout the year so that we can try and get everything, you know, done. So let me know if that's something that you do as well, or if it's not, have I inspired you to do a new thing for your birthday? So let me know. Thank you guys for supporting me during my birthday week, and we will see you on Tuesday for our regular scheduling. Thanks a lot. Bye.